We are wing foiling this video before doing some boat repairs and pulling up anchor to sail down the Eleuthera Island chain to Rock Sound. There we find a sunken boat and explore a cave filled with hundreds of bats, where McKenzie gets bit.
All right, getting moving today. The boys are ready for a little bit of land time. I think they've been itching a lot, and they've been hanging out with a bunch of local dogs, unfortunately. So that's why we left maybe Hatchet Bay a day earlier than we would have, because I mean, great spot, but it had, when we were walking the dogs, there was just a ton of like local dogs everywhere, not on leashes, not in yards. They were just roaming around. So I was a little worried about the dogs getting something from them or whatever. And sure enough, they're a little itchy now. So there is a pretty nice grocery store in town. So we're going to go there, hopefully get some, I don't know, flea meds or something.
I looked up remedies. I got them.
Yeah, so we'll make sure they're not too itchy. And we're going to grab lunch and then do some shopping, whatever we need. And we're going to come back here and get the wing foil out and give that a try. It's a nice day for it. It's nice and sunny. Hey, you guys ready? You want to go ashore? You want to go ashore?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to make it easier. Like, I don't know what to do. Is it me or is it the dinghy?
I mean, maybe step down from the step onto the edge of the boat.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd rather just fall onto it than...
Okay.
I don't know.
She'll lie and steal and cheat and beg you from her knees, make you think she needs.
There's a resort at Governor's Harbor, and we were headed there for lunch.
She'll tear a hole in you,
We tied up at their dinghy dock.
one you can't repair. But I still love her, I don't really care. When we were young.
Well, I did like this place. We stayed here in the Sea Ray for 3 or 4 days. But taking it off my list, they're not dog friendly. So, I mean, I understand like it's inside or whatever, but I mean, it's a patio, it's lunch. I mean, I can understand not wanting to do dinner or something maybe, but it's lunch on a patio. And they're, you know, whatever. So, back to the dinghy. We'll head into town and find another place for lunch and go shopping.
When we were young, oh,
In town, we found a brunch spot called The Perk.
got cold. Ooh, we bundled up. I can't be told. I can't be done. It's better to feel.
Nice little lunch, not too bad. They do breakfast there too. They close at like noon, so if you want to get there, you got to go before then, get an iced coffee or whatever. But really friendly people there, The Perk. Now we're gonna go to the grocery store. Yeah, but that place, you know, so 43 bucks for a, what? It was what? What'd you have?
I had granola and yogurt and then iced coffee.
Yeah. I had a bottle of water and a turkey sandwich. So 43 bucks. It's a little steep by, you know, most standards, but that was probably a third of the price we would have spent at that other place.
After a quick stop at the grocery store, it was back to the boat to inflate the wings so we could do some wing foiling.
The opposite of love's indifference.
It's not as easy to set this up on the back of this boat. Like, I think the last boat I used it on was, well, the Sea Ray. I don't know, it had like a swim platform, it was a little easier.
Put me in charge of driving the dinghy while he does this. A lot of trust, huh? With the boys.
I wasn't good enough yet to sail the wing foil back to the boat, so McKenzie was out running around in the dinghy to catch me when I drifted too far from the boat. I was able to stand up pretty easy, but I don't think there was quite enough wind to get the board on foil. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but it's actually easier when there's more wind. And then it was McKenzie's turn.
I wanna drink from the naked fountain, like to drown your sorrow.
I was impressed she was actually able to stand up on her first try.
All right, about to get moving here. Already been up for a few hours editing and working and all that, so just got a video out to patrons. So, and Sailing Doodles Navy, so if you'd like to get early access to the videos, sometimes you get them about 4 or 5 days early, head on over to the link popping up here or down in the description. Love to have you aboard. All right, so gonna get the boat ready to go, put the wing foil stuff away and all that, and get the motor started. I'm gonna try to connect the tachometer, see if that works too. And then we're gonna get underway. So I gotta put all this stuff away, and then we'll get moving. We are headed about 20 miles down to Rock Sound. So this is Governor's Harbor. Nice spot, really shallow. It's not really easy to get ashore because, you know, there's about 2.5 foot tides, and the bay is really flat. So getting the dinghy in, like if you get in too far and the tide goes down, then your dinghy's stuck on dry land. Or if you put your dinghy out far enough and the tide comes up, then you're walking in waist deep water to get to your dinghy. So, and they don't have a dinghy dock or anything, so it'd be nice if they put in a dinghy dock. I mean, they might get more cruisers here if they just put in a little dock. Wouldn't cost them much money to do, but anyway. So headed to Rock Sound. I think there's a lot more stuff to do there.
I'd probably do some more wing foiling if it didn't take so much time to inflate the wing and connect the foil to the board. After putting the foil away, I raised our aft deck.
All right, so opening up the floorboards here. I'm gonna try to bypass, you know, the digital controller for the alternator just on the tachometer. So it's real simple. So there's an input coming from the alternator to the digital controller, and then there's an output going to the tack. I'm just gonna bypass that and put those two wires together, see what happens. I'm just gonna like connect them together for now. Like, oh, they gotta, oh my gosh, that pulled the little, what, did it pull the, no. All right, what I'm gonna do here, before I actually go to the effort of like, you know, joining these wires, I'll just connect them, like touch them together and see if that works after I get the engine started. Didn't work, so back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll just get a new tachometer, maybe, I don't know.
After letting the engine warm up, I used our new windlass to start pulling in on the chain. First, I had to disconnect the bridle, and then pull up our Mantis anchor. Our Mantis anchor has been really holding well for us. If you'd like one, you can click the link in the description. With the anchor secure, we were moving right along at nearly 7 knots.
All right, on our way. 7 knots of wind straight on our bow. So just motoring today, doing 6.7 knots, relatively flat. We got sea conditions are currently 10 to 12 inches. So should be a nice calm day. Sucks we have to motor, but the wind's gonna be out of the southeast for like at least a week. And we're trying to head southeast for the next 2 weeks or so. And then we'll turn around and we'll head back the other way. We'll be able to sail most of the time. But we're going on to Rock Sound. We have some friends going to meet us there. Probably going to hole up there until the wind changes, which looks like it might be a week. So hang out there until the wind changes, or drops off to like something calm. Because right now we're inside this like protected bay of Eleuthera, and so there is no ocean swell coming in here. It would be kind of uncomfortable having to deal with the ocean swell and calm wind and with light winds, and heading into it, it'd be rough. But in here we're protected. But then to go to the next island group, which is Cat Island, there's about 80 miles, 60 miles or whatever it is that's not protected. And that just be, you know, this year my motto is if I'm not 100% sure it's going to be a great sail, we're just going to wait until it is a great sail. And while I just was thinking about it, I'm going to warn you guys about some scams. I know one guy got kind of ripped off once on there, but like in the comments on YouTube videos, there's a lot of scammers. You know, the one scam that went for a while, but I managed, I think, to block it all, is people were creating fake accounts with like @sailingdoodles ... or whatever, Sailing Doodles 1, and using my logo, and then you know, having a conversation with you in the comments. Like I do respond to a lot of comments. So if you want to, you know, especially for the first day after I posted a video, I try to go through and just respond to as many of as I can. After that, after a day, the comments kind of get out of control, so I just kind of leave them alone. But the first day, I try to respond as many as I can. But I'll never ask you for like, hey, contact me here, you want a prize, or can you help me out, contact me on Telegram. or whatever. So those scams have been, I think, for a while, but I think YouTube has kind of got those under control because I haven't seen one of those in a while. But the scam I'm seeing a lot right now is that I go through and I delete them after every time I post a video, but you know, sometimes they may miss or they may post it later, is that there'll be 3 or 4 comments, kind of generic, like, oh, I love your videos, they're so inspiring, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the picture of the commenter will be this really hot chick in a bikini or something, and their name will be like Emily Flores 895728, right? And whatever, and it's a fake account. They're wanting you to interact with them, and then they're gonna start a conversation with you in the comments, and then they'll be like, oh, I like you, let's go sailing, and then they'll want money from you or something. It's a scam. I try to delete those comments and I block those users from my site, but you know, it's just a bot that creates that stuff, so they can create them faster than I can delete them. So just watch out for that stuff. I'm never gonna ask you to like Telegram me money or something like that. If you would like to support the channel, you can become a patron or join the Sailing Doodles Navy. That's the only way that I would ever ask for anything. So appreciate it, guys.
We were motoring, but it sure was beautiful in the turquoise water. It's always fun to go hang out on the bowsprit for a little bit. After about 3 hours, the boys smelled land as we made it to Rock Sound. Rock Sound is a shallow bay protected from almost every direction. There was about a dozen other boats in the bay with us. This is New Bight Settlement. They have a pretty nice market and a few restaurants. They have a nice public dinghy dock that makes it easy to get ashore.
You boys ready to go ashore? No, stay up there. Let's go.
Come on, boys.
Well, the restaurant we were wanting to go to is closed on Tuesdays. And then I'm not sure how many other places have like outdoor seating. There's a few other restaurants, but you know, we want to bring the dogs with us. So, I don't know, we'll head in and see what they got. Wander around.
Lay, lady, lay across my big brass bed. Lay, lady, lay across my big brass bed. Whatever colors you have in your mind, I show them to you and you see them shine. Lay, lady, lay across my big brass bed. Stay, lady, stay.
So this place here is Wild Orchids. It looks really nice. They're just closed on Sundays and Tuesdays, and today's Tuesday. So it looks like they have a nice patio. We can bring dogs tomorrow for dinner. But and then there's another restaurant here that looks all right too, but they're only open till 5. They just do breakfast and lunch. So they're not much of an option either right now. So we're gonna turn right up here, and then there is like a takeaway restaurant, but there's also another one. I don't know if they have outdoor seating. So we'll hit both of those two and figure out which one we're going to. All right, so that's the pizza and fish place, but they're just takeaway only. So we're gonna hit this restaurant up here, see if they have outdoor seating, and if so, we'll do that. If not, we'll come back here and get takeaway and go back to the boat.
Stay with your man a while.
It's a shame these, like, you know, video poker casino things popped up everywhere in the last 5-6 years. They weren't anywhere here when when I first started cruising the Bahamas, but now they're everywhere, and it's just, it's a tax on the poor. It's so stupid.
His clothes are dirty bodies. His hands are
Unfortunately, the other restaurant, Sammy's, didn't have any outdoor seating. So we headed back to the fish and chip shop and had a cold drink while we waited.
Quit it. I'm trying to get at the chicken. All right, so we got our to-go order. Got to walk back to the dinghy, and we'll have dinner on the boat.
What'd you get?
I got chicken wings. So
You like
the chicken wings here they're skinny chickens.
That's good though, because then you know they're not like the ones that they inject and stuff.
Yeah.
while waiting longer for the world to begin. You can have your cake and eat it too. While waiting longer for
Hey boys, you go outside? Go for a walk? We're going to the dinghy? Okay, let's do it. We'll close everything. All right, we are gonna head in for lunch. It seems like the place we were talking about, all the different restaurants, like you have some restaurants are closed Sunday, Tuesday, some are closed Monday, Wednesday, because I guess there's not enough people around here to keep them all open the same day. So anyway, I guess we're doing the same place for lunch and dinner tonight. But it looks like a good spot. We're gonna head into Wild Oregon, and then after that, I'm closing the hatches now because we may or may not rain, you know. But after that, we are gonna go to, there is a cave we're gonna go check out, and then a blue hole. And then maybe we'll do some snorkeling after or something like that. But all right, we're gonna head in.
Bobby, I didn't know you were recording me. Damn. Am I that oblivious? Like, that was crazy. I mean, it was like in my face.
when we were young. Oh, we didn't know.
We loaded up in the dinghy to head into town. Even though the restaurant had its own dinghy dock, we swung by the town dock because something looked a little bit off.
That's a bad day for them.
It's better to feel pain.
A 34-foot sport fisher had sunk at the dock.
Nothing at all. The opposite of love's indifference.
Through hole let go, or a fitting let go that just started flooding the boat, you know, like a water outlet or something, started letting water in, and then it just sunk. Probably. I mean, I don't know. I can smell the gas though. That's kind of bad.
Pay attention now.
It was a short ride over to the Wild Orchid dinghy dock.
Scream it out. And I won't leave until you come downstairs.
It was a little sketchy as there was a pack of dogs hanging out there.
Oh gosh. There's like a pack of them. We might have to pick them up. Alright. I'm not.
The dogs were all bark, and we had a nice little lunch. Rather than walking, we decided to dinghy back over to the town dock as it was closer to the cave.
Don't blame you, dear. Running like you did all these years.
The guy that's driving by the motorcycle, he just came out to look at the boat that sunk out there. I'm assuming it's his boat or knows somebody. Kind of sucks. He looked a little forlorn. It is about, I don't know, 12-minute hike to, you got the Cathedral Cave, and there's the boiling hole. It's kind of like a blue hole. This blue hole doesn't look as pretty as the last one, but we'll check it out. You want to go to church here?
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the prettiest churches I've seen. I mean, I've seen some pretty ones in Colorado in the mountains, but...
Born in 1880. 1918. 1928. 1909. I went to Bahamian Church once, season 1. It was a 2.5-hour ceremony where it was so loud, like I needed earplugs. It was like being at a rock concert. I don't really feel like doing that again. Look at these houses.
That's cute. For sale. I want one, Bobby. Let's bring it back to the boat.
No,
We'll name him Bobby Jr.
no.
I want him.
So does Cougar. Cougar wants one too.
Look at the little guy.
So this right here, I believe, is they do a fish fry here every Saturday, and from 5 p.m. till whenever. But you know, they have music and fish fry.
That'll be so fun. We can just pull the dinghy up to the beach.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cannonball.
Well, we'll be here.
I'll drink too much tequila and just have at it.
All right.
Highway signs say we're closed, but I don't read those things anymore. I never trust.
It was about a 15-minute walk from the town dock to the cave.
When we were young, oh, we didn't know. When it got cold, ooh, we bundled up. I can't.
So this is boiling hole because when the tide is just right, you can see bubbles coming up because it connects through a series of underground caves to another blue hole that's offshore, which maybe we'll try to like go snorkel at some point. Maybe we'll take our tankless dive system there. That'd be kind of cool. This is, I don't know if I feel like jumping in this water. It doesn't look too clean.
Ew, no. I'm all for getting in water, but not this. This
What's
looks
that?
like it's got. I said I'm all for getting in water, but not this.
Let me give the puppies some water. They look a little parched. And then we'll continue on to the cave.
When it got cold, ooh, we bundled up. I can't be told. I can't be done. So keep your head up. Keep your love.
I wouldn't touch this tree.
Head
I'm not
up.
sure if this tree is one of those or not, but there's some trees around here that are poisonous, like kind of like poison ivy.
Head up. My love. Keep your head up.
All right, cool. Let's go down to Notre Dame and then to St. Peter's Basilica and then the Abbey, Westminster, and back around.
I want to go up that ladder at some point.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to do a loop and come back down it.
Oh.
Okay, well, they're going ahead of us anyway.
Head up. Head up.
Some of the tree root systems were pretty amazing. Little did we know the cave was filled with hundreds of bats.
Running like you did.
Bobby, there's a bunch of them. I think we're disrupting them.
Oh my gosh, you can see them on the ceiling, like hanging. I don't know if it shows up on camera, and then obviously they're flying around.
Wow.
See them up on that ridge just hanging there?
Where?
You see them like...
Oh, yeah. Look at them up there. Ooh. Dang. This is so cool, though. Bobby, damn it!
Bobby, damn it!
Now that you gonna piss me off with that. Ew, Bobby. I want to get out now after I take a photo. That just, don't get in my photo, Bobby. I hope a bat lands on you. I'm glad you think it's funny.
Because it is funny. This is gorgeous.
Pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, the mother load. Oh my God, don't stand under that.
Why?
Let me pooping on you. There's the mother load right there.
I don't want to think I want to be in here anyway. Bobby?
Boys, come.
Bobby, where if I get bit by a fucking bat? I'm going back to the south.
You'll turn into a vampire, you'll be fine.
My ass.
Come on, boys, hey. Come on, let's go.
And the highway signs say we're closed, but I don't read those.
It was a pretty cool cave system and definitely worth a visit.
Never trusted mine. Oh,
There were a few tight squeezes to get through.
when it got cold, ooh, we bundled up. I can't be told. I can't be done.
Is Funny, Bobby.
They're not. I mean, they're not the kind of bats.
I don't care.
They're not the blood-sucking bats.
I mean, I'm not saying
They
they
eat
are.
fruit and they eat flies and like mosquitoes and stuff.
That's great.
They're not even fruit. They're not even fruit bats. They eat mosquitoes and small insects.
The boys were ready to cool off on the ocean. Cougar liked it so much he didn't want to leave. We are so close to 700,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd make sure you're subscribed to the channel to help us get there. And if you're really enjoying the channel, please consider joining the Sailing Doodles Navy for lots of exclusive content and other perks.